Hey, what's up? It's Gray, and what you're watching is my completion of Minecraft with the Half-Heart Hardcore mod, which what that does is, as you can see, lowers my health down to half a heart and forces me into hardcore mode, basically bringing your player to 1 HP. Anything that touches you will kill you pretty much. And the one unique thing about this mod that sets it apart from damageless is that absorption hearts from golden apples and enchanted golden apples and totems of undying actually grant you the extra health. So you are actually able to take damage if you get any of those items. But personally, I don't know about enchanted golden apples, but I think totems are for scrubs, and so do the rest of the speedrunners, obviously, because they're slow and hard to get, so no one ever uses them in a run. Obviously, I'm not going to pretend that I'm the first person to do this run. Many people have already completed it before me, and have gotten times as fast as like 13 minutes. I'm pretty sure the record is by Crow Pro, which is 13:39. Now, obviously, this doesn't come any close to that, but my goal was to just get a completion of Half Heart Hardcore, and I've been trying this for about a week. Now, I honestly thought it would take longer to this, but I'd like to accredit some of my success to me playing 100 Hardcore all the time. Now, getting into the run, there's a village spawn. And village spawns, even without blacksmiths, aren't even that bad, because you're able to get enough food for the run, you're able to get lots of wood, and something really good is me being able to get 6 apples here. Now, apples, like I just said, golden apples are excellent because you're able to craft golden apples with them, and golden apples can quite literally save your life in this category. And I'm looking around for some lava here to enter the nether. I said I'm just going for a completion, and it may be counterproductive to try to speedrun it, but my thought process is the end of the game, the dragon, or more specifically the stronghold, will likely be the hardest part of the run. So my thought process is the more times I get to the end of the run, the more times I will be able to come close to finishing. And it sort of remains true. As long as I played safe, I've been able to get to the stronghold or the end portal, which I have done twice on sub 25 pace. Unfortunately, those runs died. First to a creeper in the stronghold, and the second to Dragon's Breath. Or it wasn't Dragon's Breath. I was boating down from a tower in the end after shooting down all the crystals, and my boat broke, which is rather unfortunate, but I should have prepared for it. Now, I see a lava pool there, but I skip over that to go to the temple. Now, it may seem counterintuitive to go to the temple, but you can get some valuable stuff in that golden apples can be found in the temple, and there's also a 1 in 25% chance each desert temple will have an enchanted golden apple, and that is just the god food of this run, because hell, you could probably do a 0 cycle if you get an enchanted golden apple. But other things you can get in here is iron, which would be really good if I want to make a shield, because I don't have enough iron for that. I'm able to check around, see if there's no mobs, and I just dig down very carefully here. Probably really unlike you'd see any other speedrunner play a temple. They just like to jump right down. Checking the chest, 1 golden apple, 4 iron. I don't know why I end up taking the gunpowder there. And a lot of gold too as well. Getting a lot of extra gold is good, so you can get gold pickaxes to navigate terrain more quickly. Needing extra gold for the bastion isn't always needed because, like I said, in this category you aren't pearling around. You don't need all the extra string for explosives. The only thing the gold would be better at getting is 20 obsidian, because it allows you to do double travel straight into the stronghold most of the time, unless if you're either very unlucky or just don't measure the eyes properly. And that's really good because you get to avoid digging down into the stronghold, and you get to avoid any mobs going to the stronghold. The stronghold's still pretty scary, provided you don't one-shot the nav, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And generally, dealing with terrain in the nether, if you have fire resistance, is, at least in my opinion, easier than dealing with the overworld at night. Because as long as you're aware of your surroundings and have a shield in the case of Soul Sand Valleys, it isn't too difficult to traverse. Obviously, there can be terrain which any drop more than, say, 3 blocks will cause you damage and will make you lose the run. Now, based on my F3 screen, I don't have a bastion right now, which is annoying. I set up those 2 blocks there. I don't remember why I did that. And I think I end up crafting gold armor. Now, gold armor you always want in the nether, and especially before going to the bastion. I do this in normal hardcore mode as well, but piglins in the bastion, if you're not wearing gold, they do not like you. They will go attack you. And each bastion you place low anyways because you can't take damage. I end up lighting TNT there and running away. There's no zombie piglins nearby, so I don't have to worry about it being, about the flint and steel aggroing them. There's a ghast shooting at me, but I'm being careful of it. I end up hiding from it here to Pyre, and I see an entity spike in the direction of the ghast. So I just head over this way. I end up lowering my render so the ghast fireball doesn't hit me, but it's still loaded in anyways, and I decide to take the terrain up here. Now, this is probably the right call, because otherwise I would have to bridge around, and bridging over open lava is not a good idea in this category in the event. Well, I mean, speed bridging isn't a good idea. Normal bridging, you're going to be fine. Boating is really sus, because any wrong height you get to... Any wrong height you lose, basically, but I'm able to get out of the boat there. I learned from my past mistakes. I'm just running. I'm pretty sure these fireballs aren't able to hit me, and I'm able to get up this terrain. In hindsight, I probably should have lowered my render distance set to unload all the ghasts. Now, Crimson Forests can be annoying just because of hoglins, especially baby hoglins. They see you, they do not give up, unless if you see a blue mushroom. I almost said blue flower. You can pick up a blue flower to place it down to scare hoglins, which is something I didn't consider when running here. And like I said, a perk of having gold armor. That guy's just not mad at me. I don't have to go out of my way to avoid him. I take this upper terrain here because it's better. I almost lose the run right there to a boat clutch. Not a boat clutch, to a block clutch. I did have a boat in my hotbar, so who's to say I couldn't have hit it, but you never know. And like I said there's a hoglin which likes to come at you, which can be annoying. And in terms of bastions, it doesn't really matter which bastion you get in this category as long as it's one you can route, provided it's not double bad, no triple stables. Like, it could be double single bridge, it could be lava housing, as long as you're able to move around it and route it. Yeah, it will be slower, but you'll be able to finish the run. Mostly. And I decide to maneuver around the terrain by going down here. I don't use my boat because there's a lot of extra blocks, and it's annoying in case if you like clip your head. I had a death due to that. And I end up boating here to get the sprint effect. And it's very annoying here because I'm not able to pick up my boat. I try to place a block and I'm able to get the boat while retaining the sprinting effect to make myself mine a bit faster. Now, I 100% did not need to do this. But like I said, I am speedrunning it, and I probably didn't even need to do it anyways because I wasted all that time. Now, placing the blocks down there is a bit risky because I can fall, I can straight up lose the run, but the bastion's right there. Honestly, I am going a little bit faster than I need to. I think if you want to try this, you need to heavily analyze the terrain, see the best route to get, which I mean, you already do in RSG. If you speedrun, you try to find the fastest one. I guess here's more the same, but you have to do the safest. Now here is a treasure bastion, and I decided to dig up through the top and into one of the chest rooms. Now, I'm not doing a ninja brain route of any sorts. I'm just going to do the normal standard route, get all the pigs in there. And I block off here in case it's a nether waste biome. It's possible for piglins to spawn up on the top of the ramparts. This is also something I do in 100 hardcore. And also I haven't checked the other rampart, and there could be a broken block which allowed piglins to go up. Obviously there isn't, because otherwise I would see who's mad at me. But it's just one of the things that you gotta do to ensure safety. 100 hardcore and half heart hardcore is all about just like doing consistently safe plays. RSG, you can do like anything as long as it's fast. Here, you need to play safe. I can't afford to take any damage at all in this. And I end up getting a bit of extra blocks. Not that I probably need it. The extra gold is going to be used to craft golden apples, or extra golden apples. Because one golden apple is really good, but multiple golden apples are much better. Now, I have 7 obsidian right now, obviously not ideal. Piglins could clutch up with the treads to give me 20 obsidian. And another thing is I want to grab all these arrows. Arrows are really good in the event that you don't have enough armor or enough food to one cycle. It is possible to one cycle in this category by if you have enough armor points and are able to eat to give yourself enough saturation. The beds, it reduces the damage from the beds to less than 1 health point each bed, and then you're able to 4-bed from there. And obviously that doesn't matter at all if you have a golden apple. But it's just a very niche strat. I'm pretty sure it's used in the set seed version of this category. I boat down on here. I don't really need to worry about boating down because boating down will never kill you. And I know it's another way, so I don't have to worry about hoglins, I won't have to worry about skeletons. I do have to worry about magma cubes, though, because there's 2 magma cubes down there if I want to check the bottom of treasure loot. And I'm pyroing here. It's in 17 chunks, which isn't terrible. Obviously isn't ideal. It could be a lot closer. But it is to the south, which is kind of in a wall, which on one hand is annoying because I have to dig through a wall. On the other hand, it means that I'll be like 100% safe. Not 100%, but I'll be pretty safe. And I decided to just shoot this magma cube because I'm too scared to hit it. Honestly, if I were better, I'd just go down, deck him out with my axe, you know. And I get about 5 gold blocks from here. And I think I end up deciding... Do I mine the gold down here? I don't remember, actually. I kill all these guys, so I think I do. I don't even know. Oh, I just go for these chests. Why did I Oh, I probably killed all those guys so they wouldn't, like, go for me to get those chests, but I don't really understand why I did that. I could have just been fast and avoided them altogether. Now, that block saved the run. If I didn't place that there, I would have taken damage. And what do you know, I just get 20 obsidian from the bottom treasure chest. These are probably, like, maybe one of the first or second times they've actually helped me out, because oftentimes these chests are kind of shit. Obviously, there's no, like, source to back them up, and they're just standard bastion chests. It's just, like, everyone pretty much agrees that they're generally pretty bad. Especially because oftentimes you don't even get all of them, and instead you just get, sometimes you can just get none, so sometimes they aren't even there in bottom treasure. But anyways, I'm just towering up to go to the fort. I'm looking around for more chests. I don't know why I need them, but I guess. And I'm bridging back to the piglin trading hole right here. I decided to craft 2 golden apples here. I don't know why I crafted more. Probably because I wanted gold pickaxes. And I'm not mining the gold blocks here just because they will get any piglins in the vicinity mad at me. And I don't want that because it's really open here. Like I said, I'm on half a heart. Pretty easy to forget. I'm just kidding. But I don't really need to preserve my wood that much as I'm not making a ton of explosives. But I get a bow there. I know I already have a crossbow. I just prefer using a bow over a crossbow, so it's personal preference. And I end up going back in there, no idea why I went out in the first place. Probably to like look at terrain, but then there's just nothing there. And I use the gold picks to dig through a wall. Honestly, I should be going slower, because if there's just a gap below me, I'm pretty much dead. Unless, of course, I do some like clutch boat stuff. And it opens up there, which is, on one hand, cool, because open terrain you're able to see. On the other hand, bad, because higher chance of death. Splash the fire res to make me safe from lava. Honestly, probably should have taken the boat slower, because if I went a bit faster, then my head would have clipped underneath the blocks in front of me, and I would have taken a tick of suffocation damage, which is obviously not ideal. Now, I'm pyroing again just because the fortress could be at a diagonal, as in, like, it could be farther to the east or west than the south, but it's still towards the south. I'm pretty sure that's the direction, unless if I've heavily misleading you. In that case, I'm sorry for spreading misinformation on the internet, but I'm able to traverse the terrain here. It's not great. Obviously, I can't see much, but it's not horrible. I don't need to say move around. There's a big guy there. I gotta be careful of him. This is really sus here because one jump and he hits me. Gotta do some quick thinking, place the boat, and I just go, get away from that guy as quickly as possible. And the fortress is there, by the way. Thought I should mention. Now, it is somewhat over a lava lake, which can be scary because it tends to have... Did I just lie to you? Yeah, I think I did just lie to you. Where the spawner is over a lava lake. But here there's honestly not bad terrain on the ground, so... Fortresses over a lava lake can force more mobs to spawn on the fortress than the lava lake, which obviously in terms of skeletons and wither skeletons and magma cubes is not ideal, but in terms of everything else it's fine. I go towards this spawner to play it, because the entire fortress is open. It will not make a difference which spawner I play. This one has some like decent blind cords. Honestly, no reason for me to check it. And I stand far away from the spawner as well to wait for blazes to spawn. I don't want to take any chances. Maybe I'm a bit too far. I don't even know if it's still loaded. Obviously it is, because blazes just spawn. Reapply my fire res and I go in to kill with the axe. Honestly, a few ways that I can kill blazes faster are loading my crossbow to... Well, it's already loaded, but to use the crossbow to kill them faster if I'm too scared about being too close to the blazes. I can use my bow or my crossbow to shoot them from afar, or I could craft an iron sword, as the iron sword cooldown is faster than the axe cooldown, which can allow me to get rid of them faster. Now I have 4 rods right now, which is pretty decent. I also craft a shield just in case. These blazes spawn, there's 3 of them, and I think it's around here where a very scary part happens. I get a rod, and a blaze spawns right in front of me, but I have 6 rods, so like, screw that, I'm out of here. I just set up my blind portal here at around 17 minutes, which is pretty dog shit in terms of RSG, but for half-heart hardcore, it's not my fastest, but of course it's not my worst. And I don't know if I check F3 yet, but you can tell by the color of the water it's underneath a warm ocean. And I'm digging up, but I make a big misplay there, which you'll see me do now. I place soul sand. Now, soul sand is good because it allows falling blocks to break under it and not suffocate you. So if there was gravel where I was digging up, or more than one block of sand, it would have suffocated me, run would have been over, nothing I could have done. Hindsight, probably should have eaten one of my 3 golden apples, but what can I do? One more thing about this biome is that there are pufferfish, but I don't think I encounter any here. It's just something to keep in mind and be careful of. Turn hitboxes on, maybe to like see them or something. I don't know if I was considering it in the moment. I was just focused on measuring eyes. And you can see the distance on the Ninja Brain bot. I made it really small. Should probably have made it bigger so I can't really see. I think it's pretty far though, but in the nether, of course, it's not terrible. I end up getting my eyes, and I'm running out of breath, but I just sit in the bubble column to restore it, so I'm not super duper worried. I end up placing my lava to get water for the stronghold, as water can straight up just save the run. I don't want to drown, so I place a block above me, and then I just place some water to allow me to get down safely. And I reapply fire res. If you hear some background noise, some people are doing yard work outside. Nothing I can control, which is unfortunate, but I'll live with it. So I'm just heading to the cords now. Got a shield in case of skeletons. Decide to eat a golden apple, because this way, if a blaze hits me, I guess if a blaze hits me or a wither skeleton hits me, I'm pretty much dead. That doesn't change. But now I can take maybe 1 heart of fall damage, or 2 hearts of fall damage. I can, of course I still gotta be careful, but I gotta moderate myself, you know? I consider going towards that right part of the fortress, but I end up choosing to take the terrain over here instead. There I should have gotten out of my boat earlier because it could have broken, and that fall may have killed me. And I end up deciding to go up here, seeing this better terrain. Also, keeping height. For second portal, you generally want to go lower to hit the stronghold, but it's far enough away that I'm comfortable with playing for height over, and you can see I just boat down here, just to get to better terrain, because obviously I can't throw a pearl, and having height in the nether when you don't have any pearls to throw is just generally good on open terrain, because then if you need to go down, you can just go down, and if you need to go up, you just stay up. But I'm approaching the cords here. Decided to do a little bit of pussy speed bridging because I'm not good enough to do normal speed bridging. And I go up to the cords. They're right around here. And I think I get a little bit confused while reading them. Yeah, I do. I think it's quite literally right here. Yeah, it's 0. And I decided to just build my portal, which obviously do it slowly. Walking off that obsidian there. No danger as long as you land on the other obsidian. It doesn't do any damage. And I gotta change my pie chart. Honestly, I should have done this in the nether. A few vulnerable ticks don't want to... Mobs will start spawning in darker parts of the stronghold, which are further away. But in the closer parts of the stronghold, mobs won't spawn as long as they're 24 blocks or less away from you. So you don't have to be worried about the few adjacent rooms. Just after that, I gotta be conscious about. I don't know why I put the pearls in my hotbar there, but considering I'm not gonna be throwing them, eat another golden apple just in case. You know, can never be too safe. I also have 3/4 iron and a golden helmet. Golden helmet for piglins, but I have enough health points to be able to one cycle using after eating something. I do preemptive again. I'm not gonna hyperanalyze the stronghold because I don't need to. There's a zombie over there, and I don't see the portal room. There's a creeper there. I don't want to deal with it, and I just play Ring Around the Rosie with the zombie. Now I could have killed it, but I was pretty comfortable in the zombie not hitting me, and so I just played for that. If it scared you, I'm sorry, but deal with it. I decided to go around instead of just taking the terrain here. Honestly, what I should have done is just been more careful, look around in F5, because there were plenty of blind spots there. But I don't care, I just entered the end, don't prepare for nothing. Because I already have everything. Got my shield, still got enough food. And it's cage spawn, which is really good. If it's not cage, you have to bridge out, and, if you slow bridge, it's fine. If you speed bridge, you have a chance of death. But cage is fine because you just build up and run. And I decided to start shooting down crystals because, in my mind, what I'm doing is I'm trying to play a normal bowed fight. I do have golden apples, but I'd rather be safe than try to do a one cycle, accidentally mess it up, use one too many beds and kill myself, because at this point I'm not comfortable. I don't think I've ever done a one cycle in half-hard hardcore, but at this point it doesn't really matter because I still have all the golden apples, which honestly saved this run. If I didn't have them, I'd probably need to do the bread cycle, which of course, if I don't know what I'm doing, it'll be really sus. And I make 5 beds there, which I probably should have only made 4, because that's the maximum to my knowledge. If that is different, then it's just something I don't know, which obviously, doing strats you don't know is just a recipe for disaster. So I'm just shooting all these crystals here, preparing for a perch. I know that the dragon is going to fireball me, so I propped the golden apple, I have the netherrack in my slot right next to my bow, which, that fireball doesn't even hit me, which is fine. I shoot these two, and I should have noticed it here, but the dragon's not fireballing me because it's actually going in for a perch. Beds aren't in my hotbar. Accidentally hotkey my boat. Hotkey a bed, and I blow that one up. Blow a second one up, and then that bed did no damage. One more bed. I'm on half a heart. I decide that even if I had a bed, I probably shouldn't be using it since I'm on half a heart. But I'm able to finish off the one cycle by axing the dragon down, finishing the run. I hope you enjoyed this little commentary. This is I'm pretty sure it's the first time I've ever done some sort of commentary, but the final time was 25:08. Checking on speedrun.com, it put me at 11th place, and I think I did submit this actually, I don't remember, but obviously there's a bunch of unsubmitted runs that people have made. All in all, this was a pretty fun challenge, and hey, maybe I'll do it again sometime. Thank you for watching.